Now let's see a few more transactions in the second uh, part. You have purchased goods on credit. Only one change. Purchase remains same. It is your expense. It is increasing. Rule is increase debit, decrease credit will debit it. But on the other hand, creditor is our liability. Liability is increasing. Increases in liability are credited. Then let's come to sales. When sales comes, we don't use the word goods. You can use it. Books have used it, but we need to classify it clearly for significance and future use, because here we are recording the things. We'll find the income later on, not like accounting equation side by side. So when you sales takes place, two accounts are involved. If it is for cash, cash and sales. Cash is asset, sales is revenue. And once we increase our asset, rule is increase debit, decrease credit, asset, we follow that. Whereas sales is revenue, every time we have our revenue, it increases. Increases in revenue are credited. So this is our treatment or decision making for what should be debited and credited. When we sell these goods on credit, there would be a slight change. Over here, instead of cash, we'll have debtor. That is also our asset, and rules remain same. It is increasing, it would be debited. If we pay for any expense, say we pay for salary, so the word used here would be salary, which is an expense which is increasing. We calculate the income later on. So every time any expense happens or revenue happens, it keeps increasing. Later we accumulate that, and from revenues we minus the expenses to calculate income. It is not like accounting equation doing it side by side. So here we will have one account as salary, the other as cash. Salary is expense, expense is increasing, increases in expense are debited, this salary account would be debited. The other is cash, cash is because we are paying it in cash, cash as a decreasing. Rule is increase debit, decrease credit, so this will get credited. So these are some of the examples which we are trying to understand. Now we move to the second part of this journey. We'll continue with the remaining in the next part of the video. Right now I'm telling you why we are learning these rules of debit and credit, because we are learning about journal entries. Accounts, whenever we speak, the only common word it reminds you of is journal entries. So journal entries are used for recording the data on the basis of rules of debit and credit. It is recorded in chronological order, that is date wise. The format of a journal looks like this. So if you're preparing your books, your business, in the books of which business, then we give the heading journal. We are telling what we are preparing. First column is the date. Second is particular. Here we write in a particular style what is debited and what is credited. Leisure folio. After journal, the next step is preparation of leisure. The same thing is shown in cash account, on which side, where, how. So that is leisure folio column. You will not be able to prepare it now because we don't do it in detail, but the objective should be clear. Then the amount to be debited, amount to be credited. If more than two accounts are involved, it might be different also. Just let's see the rules of debit credit and their application into this journey of posting these as journal entry. There's a business. They have four transactions. First they started business, then they purchased machine, then they took a loan, then they purchased some furniture. So let's see the entries for this. First one, started business with cash. What are the accounts involved? Cash and capital. Cash is asset, asset is increasing. Increases in asset are debited. So cash asset increasing, rule is increase debit, decrease credit. As per the rule, cash account would be debited. So we write in a particular style. These are the transactions of say July, 1st July, cash, because cash is debited towards left side. We write here the word debit in this is a line drawn. Here we write debit means cash account is debited with 50,000 and capital account is credited with 50,000. Towards, don't write next to this line, write a little ahead. There are people and systems where we use the word to here also, although it is not compulsory to do that. Then we write in a bracket, this is called narration. Here in narration, we are telling what is taking place. It's compulsory to write. Here we have written started business with cash. Initially, in older times, we used to record it later at the end of the day. Now we record it there and then in the system things. So that time the word being was used to explain it, but now it is no longer compulsory to write that. Next entry is purchased machine, two accounts involved, machine and cash. Because machine is debited towards left side, we wrote cash is credited towards, we left a little space toward right side. This debit amount comes here. Machine is debited, it comes here. Cash is credited, under credit amount column it comes. After each transaction, we will draw a line here. Next transaction, took a loan, cash asset increasing, loan liability increasing, increases in liability are credited. Took a loan, what we have done, what has taken place, we are briefly explaining that. Purchased furniture, furniture asset increasing debit, cash asset decreasing credit. So we have written the amounts one under the other. We'll do the total at the end and close it with double line. So with this, we are showing an end to these entries here. Only say these entries have taken place. So now you will be clear why we learned the rules of debit credit. We learned how to analyze the transaction and what is the style of writing it. So this is the journey from rules to journal, a journey to understand why we are learning accounts, what's the style of writing. Like in English as a language, you write a letter. So for that, you need to know to whom you're writing. Say you're writing to the principal of a school for applying for leave for 1 week. So you know the objective, where to write, how to write, proper formatting is required. This is also writing of that, recording what is taking place in the business. Thank you.